This is Lisa and Nancy with Big Blend Radio, and we are sitting outside in a beautiful garden at Dancing Moon Bed and Breakfast in Clifton, Colorado. There's blooming iris, lilacs, butterflies, birds, hummingbirds.
And people.
And people. Are we people?
Well, some of us are.
All right. Well, we're sitting with the innkeepers. We've got Trey and Annette here, and this is such a beautiful bed and breakfast.
Oh,
and
thank you.
It is. It's like a mini estate farm. It is a farm.
Yes. It's a 9-acre alfalfa farm.
9-acre alfalfa.
So we do 6 acres of alfalfa, and the rest is what you see as the gardens, the pool, the home, and all our flowering, or our peach trees and cherry trees.
And the pasture for the chickens,
and
we're horse-friendly.
And horse-friendly.
That's why you let me come here.
How many guineas are horses?
I know. Some people are like, we don't take dogs, but we do take horses.
Well, we do take dogs. We have actual pens on the other side. We could actually, because we do not allow animals to be left here during the day. We do have one room that's downstairs, the jitterbug, which we do allow animals in.
So that's the jitterbug room.
Mm-hmm.
Jitterbug. And it's mostly for service dogs.
Okay.
We allow service dogs in the house, all other pets outside, because we have our own animals that are inside the house, and we don't want to run into a fight. We don't know other people's animals. We don't know how they would react. And insurance. Insurance kind of dictates.
They let us in.
We'd always let you in.
Listen, we've had so much fun here.
Yes,
I mean, we've been here now 36 hours? 36 hours.
And you've had quite the experience.
We've had a lot of good food. We've had a lot of good wine.
Oh, yes.
We've seen downtown Palisade. So Clifton is connected to Palisade, which is near Grand Junction, which is part of Grand Valley.
Yes.
Right? Got it?
Yes,
you got it right. Yes.
Okay. And yes, you can get lost here.
Yes, they can.
And no, I do not know where north is. Okay, because I got lost. But that's just because it's me. Probably nobody else gets lost. But it is beautiful out here. Nancy and I took a really nice walk this morning, early morning walk, and we saw deer, Canadian geese with babies, and everyone's roses are blooming. Is this like Rose City or something?
It can be sometimes. I mean, last year...
Yeah, the temperature is just perfect for it. We're a little bit lower in elevation than Denver, so closer to sea level. We have warmer weather. We don't really have a lot of snow. Our rainfall, because we're high desert, is a minimum.
We average 8 inches of snow a year.
That's not bad. That's
No. So
and usually we get that twice, 4 inches at a time.
Oh, nice.
So
and then we get traces here and there, and it's usually gone by the afternoon. Now, it does get cold, but, I mean, we don't get the snow like everybody else in the state does.
Okay.
But literally, right there, Grand Mesa, on the other side, is Powderhorn Ski Area, and they average about 80 inches of snow a year, because they sit at 11,000 feet.
Yeah, we know about your mountain passes.
Well,
so Colorado National Monument is one of your national parks, national park units out here, and we haven't done that yet. And you just did that yesterday. I know. They don't trust my driving because I keep looking at everything. No, it's all good. It's all good.
I think you'll do fine as long as you just go from one place to pull off to the next place.
I will do that. Okay. I promise. So Colorado National Monument. This is that famous Rim Trail Drive.
Rim Drive. Is that what they call it?
It is. It is the famous because it goes around it, and then it goes down another canyon. So you get the best of both worlds of driving into a canyon and then coming back out and then following it around.
Oh, yes.
And so you see the monument from several different angles, and then of course you can see the Grand Valley from the top.
So this is like a mini Grand Canyon.
It is. It really is. I mean, and the best part is when you're able to get over by the the visitor center, and you have a great view of the Independence Monument.
Okay.
And that's the largest spire right in the middle. And it's a very large, it's famous for, I wish I could tell you the gentleman who actually founded the park, who fought so hard to get the park created. Him and his friends back in the late 1800s actually used steel poles driven into the side and ropes to climb the top of that Independence Monument.
Wow. And he got married at the base of it, and then she left him like 3 years later.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I know. Now you've got the icon here is Mount Garfield, or Garfield Mountain.
Garfield
Mountain. So not named after the cat.
No, it's not. It's I don't even know. I'm not sure if
I think
it's the president.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
I'm
like the
not sure
president.
if it was the president or not, but you
It's
can't
the
do the
president
height.
because the other one is Mount Lincoln.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
This
Yeah.
is the
makes
president.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Highway 50 that we took. We drove from Yarrington, Nevada. We did Carson City the day before, so we did 50 all the way here, and then it's also part of Lincoln Highway.
Oh, yeah.
So that maybe that's all connected.
Mhm.
But here, so this area is known for its fruit, peaches.
Peaches,
Wine.
pears, apples, wine,
Cherries.
cherries.
Oh, the biggest is the wine, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's got a vineyard almost, or grapes in their yard, someplace.
Okay.
I mean, we have ours right here.
It's beautiful. I mean, yeah.
Across the street is a vineyard.
Correct.
And
literally.
he sells
I mean,
his
you
grapes.
can see it right there.
Well, we photographed them this morning. The sun was rising right on the green, and then yesterday when we were at Peach Fork, oh, that wine was incredible. And seeing
glad
the
you enjoyed
sunset,
it.
the sunset
Oh,
over
yeah.
the vineyards, and it was so, and just amazing couple. You know, they're really
They are
nice.
super,
Phil and
super,
Sue.
super nice.
And so this morning, so this is very important. This morning, let's talk about food, and we'll get to the B&B itself. But let's
Okay.
talk about food. 'Cause-
Right? Right. Talk
Right?
about
Food and the mimosa. Okay, because we talked about that on our show today.
Uh-huh.
The mimosa. So this is like a unique, because I saw it on your website. I'm like, please serve that to us, please serve that. That's what we got here. And when you brought it out this morning, I'm like,
Yes,
We
it
actually-
was developed by Talbot.
Mm-hmm.
They make a peach hard cider.
okay.
It's actually made with apples.
Yes, and it's
Okay.
called
It's
summer.
peach.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And they mix it.
How does it?
I'm not sure how they do it.
But yes,
so
it's
a-
peach flavored, but it's an apple, but they have a peach flavoring to it.
Okay.
So it could be real peach juice because they do serve peach juices. So it's was it 3/4 peach juice and 1/4 cider,
Okay.
and more if you want.
That's
So
nice.
it gives it that nice bubbly kind of taste, and it's nice.
Makes
and
you
sweet
really
and
smile at the breakfast table.
Exactly.
Yes.
I suddenly had this like smile that I didn't even plan on.
Like,
You know, the food was good. So that's the other thing. The food. Let's start with the very first breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That was you had biscuits and gravy.
Benedict.
But Benedict.
Correct.
And this.
It's
is
just
good.
my creation of it because I do most of the cooking and Annette does a lot of the baking. So this was something. I love poached eggs, and so trying to figure out something to do with poached eggs, and we started messing around with biscuits, and I love biscuits and gravy. So we figured we'd put them together and see how it'd come out, and so far it's been one of our big hits.
Yeah, you put sausage
really good.
and biscuits, gravy.
Correct.
Very good. It was really, really good. Nancy was very excited today because there was bacon involved.
Yes, I know.
And those
Well,
are
and it's
like
really
bacon,
funny.
too.
There's people that love bacon and people who love sausage.
there's a, like
I
a
mean,
thing.
yes, there's
and
a
then
following.
and it's breakfast bacon
Yes.
versus Canadian bacon.
Yes.
We've had actual wars on our show where people like Canadian bacon is not bacon.
No, Canadian bacon
It's ham.
serves
Ham.
very well with making our breakfast sandwiches.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Because
makes
we'll do a
sense.
breakfast sandwich to go for people,
Okay.
and we'll use Canadian bacon with a
That makes
hard egg on a English muffin with a piece of cheese.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up and send it with you on your way.
Oh, we'd also do it on bagels or
Yep,
croissants.
bagels,
Oh,
whatever
that's
we have
cool.
at the time.
Croissants are always, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a special. Yeah. Okay. So have we had breakfast yet? All right. So this morning though, crepes
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
with
egg and potato crepes with béarnaise sauce, and a small garnish with bacon.
And talk about
The
your
pecan.
yes.
Oh,
Pie.
it's Alabama pecan bread.
Oh.
And when it comes warm out of the oven, it's more like pecan pie
Really good for breakfast.
But it's
than bread.
delicious 2 days
As soon as
later,
it cools
too.
it.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
really good with the mimosa. It's really good for that. And then you had the deconstructed apple pie, and you did this. You know, we connected with you through the Still in Business campaign to let people know who's open with this whole COVID thingy that's going on, and you're open and clean and sanitized and disinfected and all that.
Correct.
And everything's fine. But you did a recipe. They did a whole big thing for Apple Pie Day, but yours was, I'm going to deconstruct this. You had to be the rebel of the group there.
We did, and the reason we did is because we have vegetarians and nut allergies, lactose intolerant. So we try to find something that we could serve to everybody that's gluten free and all those
And this,
limitations. And this fits the bill because We can top it with whipped cream, or we don't have to. We can use something else. But it's basically the apple pie filling with a graham cracker butter crust. But I didn't have any nut-free, so that's why I didn't do that today for you. So
But it was good.
And whipped cream on top.
It was really good. It was good. I'm telling you, your breakfasts are very filling, and I think as travelers, it's really important because that can set you going for the day. Like sometimes we end up running out. Like the other day, we had 2 muffins all day long on this crazy long drive.
I don't like people leaving hungry.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's filling and it's good. It's good filling. You know, you can have a bunch of food that isn't good filling, but this is good filling and it's tasty and you can watch you cook and everything. The inn is really spacious. You know, the house is really spacious, and so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms.
We have 4 rooms. We have the largest room, which is.
We got
the name?
the name.
It is Foxtrot.
You got.
I call it the 1900
Foxtrot
room.
was a popular dance in the 1900s.
So all of the rooms are all about dancing.
Correct.
All about dancing in the decade that they first appeared on scene.
Okay.
So the room that you were in, the 1910, that's the tango. The tango
Okay.
And
was
that's
like
the takeover
1911.
that became, and I call it the 1910 room because that's how I understand it. Is the
Okay.
Yeah, and when my daughter's helping us out, she'll say, "What room is that?" I said, "Oh, the green room."
Okay. Well, hey, wait for our we did our radio show out of there, so it makes sense. What about what's Nancy's?
The 1920s, the Charleston.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw the
And-
poster on the wall.
And that's why the decor is also very
It's flappers.
flappers.
Yeah, I heard that mannequin with that dress. You've got like really nice antiques throughout the house, but it's not. You know when people say, "Oh, we've got all these antiques," and la la la, and you go, "Okay, we're going to walk into the antique store." You know what I mean?
No, I understand.
You know what I'm talking about. But here, again, spacious, tasteful, and when you look at something, you're like, "Oh, there's a story behind it." And that dress. Where did you get that dress?
It was eBay.
Late night shopping.
Well, yes.
It was great. A couple more pounds and I can fit into it.
Yeah.
We are huge Halloween people.
Oh, cool.
We decorate like nobody's
Yes,
business. And when we at our old house before we moved up here, we decorated for the kids. And
we turned our whole living room into a
diorama.
So we actually had like the Wolfman sitting on the stairs when we had the moon, big paper mache moon over the Wolfman, and we had the camper down below by his camp all torn up because he just got eaten by the Wolfman.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, I'll show you pictures later. But some of them are on our Facebook page.
And we have
we had a haunted sawmill. We had Pirates of the Caribbean. We had a famous monster was a monster prom.
Yep.
And we hung up balloons and crepe paper. We have a disco ball now because of it.
We did the Dead Rockers.
Dead Rockers. We made characters like Jerry Garcia,
and we
Amy
had
Winehouse.
Oh my gosh.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
So listen, the disco ball, that's for when you do an addition to the B&B, that whole room. Come on, it's dancing.
Well, we'll put it out here for Halloween and do our...
It's the dancing moon.
There you go.
Speaking of that, so the dancing thing seems to be a thing for you guys.
Well,
yes,
it is.
It is, and we can't exactly remember how we fit it all together because we had pages and pages of names, and we just started narrowing them down. It was like, well, let's make it more personable. What do we like, or what does the area have? And well, I like astronomy and into the full moon. I love being out on the full moon, and especially in the summer when it's so bright and everything. Even in the wintertime when all the snow and everything just sparkles like diamonds. And then it's what does the moon do? And we're like, is it shine? It's bright. It's and then it dances across the sky. And so there we had the name.
I love that.
And then we didn't want to. I mean, it does sound a little. What is it?
It's romantic.
I know, but it
sounds
also
a little
sounds Native American.
Yes, it does.
But we didn't want to single out Native Americans, so we decided to go with the actual dancing part. And that's why, if you look at our logo, it's actually the Fred Astaire and Ginger Roger look.
Yeah.
And they're actually
in front of the moon.
It's romantic. It's nice, and it's like outdoors with your gardens. I mean, I remember the night we got here, just sitting outside the fire pit, and
Mhm.
you could see that there were flowers, and it just was like, okay, I can't wait for morning. I want to see what's out here, you know. But it will. I still think you have to have your own private label wine. I'm just saying, because the name and
I
the
would love
logo.
to have
that
a
would be
home private
awesome.
label. Well, we could
ask Phil.
we could tear up all our alfalfa and put in grapes.
Well, come on. Well, you know, so you've got a pool. It's a
Yes.
big pool.
Correct. It's
And so-
18 by 35.
Yeah.
And it's 7 foot deep on one end, 4 foot on the other.
So when you have the one room, that
Mhm.
big room that overlooks, has its own private balcony and
Mhm.
everything, will you allow people to jump off from there into the pool? Suddenly it's like, oh no, I'm just saying. No, you know, because first thing I thought was like, how cool would that
The people we
be?
purchased the home from, David, he would told us that him and his son would jump off there.
Yeah.
And their friends.
Whoa.
And
Don't
their
do
friends.
it. Don't do it.
No.
I'm just, you know, but that's the first thing I thought. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh,
No,
pool
it-
party.
it has
my
been
mind
done.
several
I know.
times.
This is, you just go, ooh, this is pool party material here.
No,
I think it depends on how many wineries we visited that day.
Really, maybe I'm still having after effects from last night. I don't know.
Well, that was a good night. Last night was
That was
fun.
really
I really applaud Phil and his
Yeah,
wife. They
and
did an
Peachfork,
excellent
everybody,
job.
Peachfork
Yes.
wine. Hey, we applaud you and your meadery.
Oh,
Meadery. Yeah, your smokery and your what you had.
We did.
Ham, turkey?
No, we did turkey. We did pulled pork, and we
Yeah.
did brisket.
Wow.
It was
All
really
smoked.
good.
Also.
And then what was the corn thing that you made?
That was at the Hurt.
A corn casserole.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. That was really good.
Hmm. It's easy to make. It's a picnic favorite.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really
Because
is.
it stays, especially if you have an insulated bag like we do, and
Uh-huh.
you can get them at Walmart. It stays nice and warm. So, and it's good cold too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And a little bit more dull with sour
Do you
cream
think you
on
could
top.
fry it up in the morning for breakfast as a leftover?
Probably.
I would
Ooh.
chop it up and make it a hash, maybe.
Yep.
Oh,
Stir a little bit of.
That's
corned
good.
beef would
Well,
be
we've
good.
got all these left. Well,
Throw it in the skillet now. Let's go. Let's cook it up. I'm all like, that was really good. So, how did you get into the world of being innkeepers? And why did you? Let's start
Yeah,
with
why
did
did
you
you do
move?
that?
Was it the innkeeping idea first, or did you want to move here first?
innkeeping was
Taken
first.
We
Okay.
actually been wanting to do this over a decade. We've
Yeah.
been wanting to do this.
Wow.
We've been collecting furniture. All the rooms you see at our old house in Castle Rock were stored in the basement. We've been buying the furniture
For
over
years.
years. And I mean,
Mhm.
some of the stuff's been down in our basement, the other basement, for 8-9 years.
Wow.
And every 6 months I'd have to pull it all out, boil it, and then restack it back up. And so we kept it, and we looked everywhere in Colorado. I mean,
Oh, it was garage sales, estate sales,
Mhm.
auctions,
correct.
some heirlooms,
Mm.
all those places that we were. And some things were just given to us. Somebody knew that we were doing something and said, "Hey, I have this. Would you like it?"
Mm.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's tasteful, and it's all fits together. And I love that there's, because it's again that spaciousness where you don't hear everybody. There's like this.
Just
The
very
layout of the
quiet, yeah.
house is really.
It's smart.
Did
Good.
she
It is.
tell you about, speaking of the antiques, did she tell you about the Victrola in the clock?
No. What?
The Victrola came from a Denver house,
Denver house that he
near
had.
Wash Park.
Yes.
And anybody who lives here knows what Wash Park is. It's like one of the original fancy neighborhoods of Denver.
Okay.
Okay. And a young couple moved into this house, and
It was
somebody
a-
had left antiques
And they
in the
didn't want-
house, and they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't want it, so
Oh.
Craigslist. And I was the first one to call and say, you know, I'm interested. Does it work? And he says, oh, please, you know,
Mhm.
come and take a look at it. And didn't cost a whole heck of a lot, and we picked it up. It works. We've got some records, and every once in a while we'll turn
we
it
have the
on.
1942 Bing Crosby 78 White Christmas.
Really?
And
Oh
we
my
put it on
gosh.
every
Oh.
Christmas.
I think we have
night.
Danny Boy too to
Yeah,
play
Dan,
at
yes.
St.
No
Patrick's
way.
Day.
That's
So,
awesome.
But
Later on, we purchased a clock that we know the casing comes about 1910. We had somebody refurbish the clock, clean it, and he said the insides are much older than that, but he can't find a marking, so we don't know exactly. Well, on Halloween, we were playing the Victrola.
well, tell them how
and
this
it-
came about,
okay.
first of all. About
Well,
the
no,
psychic that we saw.
no.
Okay.
That's not first. Okay, so we put the Victrola, we hung the clock on the wall because we had this perfect spot. We hung the clock, and the Victrola went right underneath it, and you could open it up, and they didn't touch each other, and it was right there. And we noticed that every time we played the Victrola, the clock wouldn't chime. But when we closed up the Victrola, the clock would go back to chiming. And everybody, we had a Halloween party, and we told this story, and everybody's like, no, you've got this fixed. So we did for like 2 hours straight. We were proving on a quarter hour.
Because the clock would automatically chime on the quarter hour. And so
it would stop and it would start. And they're like, how are you doing this? And we said, we're not doing it. It's just the clock doesn't like the Victrola for some reason. So later on, we went to a metaphysical fair and got a psychic reading. And we said, we own a lot of antiques. Is there something we should be worried about? Because, you heard you can bring bad juju into your house, kind of thing. And she thought about it for a minute, and she said, your clock does not like your Victrola.
And had no idea.
We didn't say anything. We just
really
said
weird.
So if you go upstairs in the library, you'll see the clock is on the one wall and the Victrola's clear on the other side.
And they're glaring at each other all day long.
They do.
And you know what? I think we need to move the Victrola. Maybe the clock would start working again.
No, she's finicky.
I'm coming here for Halloween. Seriously, you've got me sold. And listen, hey, tomorrow night we're going on a ghost hunt. So I mean.
Yes, you guys are.
Looking forward to that.
So your friend does ghost walks in Grand Junction. So this is cool.
Yes, she's going to be starting that up. She's gone around and collected ghost stories from all the old buildings that she can find, and what's left in Grand Junction. A lot has been torn down and modern has been built.
Unfortunately.
But some of the things, and she's got some great stories. So, and you can visit some of these places. Some of them are bars and grills. Some of them are antique shops.
Oh, cool.
Old hotels.
The hotels, even.
Yeah. Wow.
Hotels in general seem to be all haunted.
Yeah, because there's so many spirits that have moved in and come out, or people, I should say.
They don't come out.
Yeah.
They go in and they don't come out.
Speaking of buildings, though, downtown Palisade has just such a. That's one of the frogs or birds. What is that?
I can't. I'm sorry, it's my text.
It's chirping. It's cricket. I thought it was one of the toads out in the garden.
No. Sorry about that.
Don't worry, it's all good.
The guests that were here, I asked them to text me when they got
home. So that's, well, that's really nice.
Yes.
So you make sure that your guests get home. See? All right.
So they just text me, so.
You got crickets. But I was going to say, down in Palisade, the architecture of the houses, they look like old, what do they call them? Craftsman bungalows.
Correct.
And things. I can imagine a lot of people coming here just to look at the architecture and the art downtown, and have a little wine, then take a little stroll.
Well, when you're able to get down there, you'll enjoy it. Blue Pig is. They have some amazing art in there.
Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow morning.
And it's very nice. That road, what is that? Is that
Peach?
What is that? Peach Street?
Peach and First.
Peach and First. Okay. Well, if you continue down that all the way back over to Highway 6, that's where most of the large old homes were.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot of those over there.
It's interesting. And then we've got to talk about the river. You have the Colorado River as your backyard, too.
Well, yes, it is.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, it really is. And you've got the park down there, like the Riverfront Park you can do.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And then there's, James Robb Park? Have I got that right?
I know it's Rob's last name, R-O-B-B.
Yeah, there's something. There's a
Robert. No.
There's a Robb Park. There's a park with a Robb in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's Colorado River, and we passed there yesterday on the way to Peach Fork, where I think we got lost on our way here. But but everybody getting lost is my fault. Okay, I take ownership.
No, it's a bit confusing, especially when you have a tenth of a road.
Oh, that's it. Every 1/10.
Please explain.
D 1/2, D 1/4, 1/6 of a
6
of a tenth.
Yes, 6.
Yeah, because don't forget we're in an agricultural community,
Correct.
so things are a little different, and then you get now your township grows a little bit, so. But that makes it part of here.
Well,
cool.
it's interesting if you actually look at a map of this whole area. As it comes out of the canyon on I-70, everything splits apart and goes like this all the way around, and it comes back together on the other end.
Yeah.
And so it's all at an angle, and then everything in the middle is square. And then you get on the angle stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, where the heck am I?
Yeah, but
it's like putting a square inside an almond.
Yes.
Because it's almond shaped.
Yeah. It's I think it's cute. I like it out here a lot.
It's really.
It takes a little getting used to, but once you have it, it's real easy to get around.
I know, you know, we've had this COVID thing, and you've handled this really well with, you know, the disinfecting, sanitizing, precautions. Everything's clean, and there's hand sanitizers, disinfectants everywhere. But usually, what is your normal? Do you have like a high season, a low season, or is it pretty like year round?
In normal times, high season is the 1st of May through October.
Okay.
Because it's so mild, because the winters are so mild that they've expanded a little bit out here. So we catch all those fall break people.
Okay.
They come up for that week.
Okay.
And a lot of the trees are still changing color. Where
Which is pretty.
maybe the mountains have a little bit shorter season. They've got a couple of weeks in September usually. That's it. It's done and over. Ours goes a little bit longer. We get those last blooms on the roses. Still smells really, really pretty.
And the grapevines turn colors, and it's very
Oh, wow.
pretty. Yeah, so
Wow. Very nice.
it's very nice.
And you have the golden hour here.
Yes, we call it golden out.
That's something that we do, and it's right before sunset, and I think it's because we don't have the mountains in the way that the light is just able to bounce off of
Everything.
just about everything, and Mount Garfield is part of the book cliffs, and it's multicolored cliffs. So you got your pinks, you got your grays and blues, definitely yellow, and so when the sun hits that, it kind of makes it all glow and turn pinkish. Even our mesa, the Grand Mesa, it turns golden at night.
Beautiful. Your sunrises in the mornings are so beautiful here. And what I like is you can, you know, go to sleep with your window open, you know, it's got a screen and everything, but just enjoy peace and quiet.
Yes.
You know, and I think people crave that, you know.
They do crave that, but we do in every room have a sound machine for people that just can't handle the complete peace and quiet.
That's interesting.
Just in case.
Yeah, if you're from the city and you're used to sirens
yes.
and fire alarms and
you don't know what to do and it's so quiet. You're like, what?
Yes.
Wow.
So we provide that so you at least have that. And so you have a hum of whatever you want to hear, or crickets or whatever.
And you have dark skies with beautiful stars.
Yes.
I mean, you can sit out here and see the stars, shooting stars, all of it.
Yes, satellites passing overhead about 9:30 every night.
Yep.
It's awesome.
And what's fun is that on our pool deck we have chase lounges, 4 of them, and you can go out there, and especially if it gets a little chilly at night, we have Afghans that we'll provide, and you can lay on it and watch the stars.
And have hot chocolate with Bailey's in it, you know, little, sorry, here we go.
Favorite. But summer drink is chocolate milkshakes with Bailey's.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh. Man, when can we move in? Okay, last question. Okay, so you're having a weekend off. Okay, you're going to be visitors here. Okay, when you spend a day, you're going to be your own tourist in your own town. What are your favorite things to do? Like you've got, you know, friends coming and saying, all right, we're coming up here, you know, what would you say? What are your favorite things to do? Like start in the morning.
Well, so we've started at, 10 o'clock drinking?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we have 20 wineries.
Yes.
And if you want to hit them all over a weekend, if you split them out,
10 a day.
You know,
and I mean,
not
literally.
10 a day.
Well, you're known to take people around, right?
Yes, we actually do a package where we'll do that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
and certain times during the year they have specials like spring into wine barrel tasting, where it is a wine and food pairing that's put on by the vineyard, and you have the master, it's not brewer, master winemaker will talk about his wines and actually use a cheater, it's like a turkey baster, and pull right out of his barrels. Fresh wine right out of the barrels, and
they
fill your
glasses and explain to you what's going on, how they made it, and what have you. And they don't do just like simple little tastings; they go all out. I mean,
so almost full meal.
Yeah,
so
and I mean you're full.
After the second one, because we've had lamb and fettuccine.
Oh yes.
We've had vegetarian salads, Indian curry.
Wow.
That pairs
and they
very
do
nicely with
pair
a
all that stuff.
Chardonnay.
That would be something that we would love to bring people up to do, and they do it twice a year, so we get at least twice a year to be able to do it.
And you have distilleries too.
Yes, we have the distillery, the Peachtree Distillery, which I was at yesterday, but it's
excellent Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys are
with
just-
a salad. Bloody Marys with a
Yes.
salad on top.
So are there's like any services that, you know, so people don't like
If they don't,
I mean in other words, you don't drive around like having too much wine and
oh yes, we do. I mean,
safety in
you
driving, you know.
They rent bikes everywhere, so you can rent a bike in downtown Palisade and you can ride anywhere you want.
So you can cycle from winery to winery.
Oh yeah, you can.
Maybe you can.
So I need to watch the cyclists more than they have to watch my driving.
Yes.
We do watch the cyclists because some of them get a little wobbly.
And they don't realize.
But you know that's good because you're exercising in between each drinking, so it's like
okay. And then there's like electric bikes or something too,
Correct.
right?
There's
a Segway tour now.
Oh, is there?
There's
wow.
a brand new this year Segway tours.
Which would be
we have a gentleman.
Wow.
Who does the pedal bike, but the electric pedal bike? He'll take 4 people, and he'll actually get on his little trike,
like
electric trike, and take you all over.
Oh, cool.
Then we have the gentleman who has kind of like the duck boat. I don't want to call it.
We're going on the duck boat apparently
Are
this
you?
weekend. Yes.
Wonderful. You'll have
We're
a
gonna
blast.
go in, get on the Colorado River, and go duck duck.
All right, there you go.
Ski.
And he does a
Quack,
wine
quack.
tour. He'll take you anywhere you want to go.
Oh my God.
And then we have the Prestige place that
does the limos.
well, they actually do horse-drawn carriage. They actually will do
That's very
all the
cool.
downtown wineries.
Oh, that's
So they'll
cute.
do
That's
5 or 6
magic.
wineries down there because literally, I mean, there's so many wineries just concentrated in downtown Palisade or within a mile of each other.
So when you found this house and discovered that it was in wine country, did that consider into why you decided to purchase here?
This was actually her find because
we looked several places. This was our 5th attempt
yes,
at finding a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Something in an area that we could expand on, something that we enjoyed. That was the biggest part. Maybe who had the biggest season, so we could stay busy.
Yeah, that's smart. And wine.
And
yes,
of course
and
wine. There's always wine.
Well, that's a real
and she
drop
literally
in
when
there.
we
Or craft beer.
Yeah.
put an offer on this place, she never saw this place in person until 3 days before we closed.
Wow.
And were you happy once you
I
got
was
it?
happy with all the pictures.
Because I came in and I took 200 pictures everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, we went around.
At least you
and
saw it.
Yeah,
you saw it. Yes, and I think then we bought it, and that was the first day I saw it. Well, as soon as they handed me the keys, that's like the first day that I actually.
I was
saw
able
it.
to go through the house.
Now, did you run around the house and go, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine?
No, because we had the
No,
baker
it's
with
like,
us.
Oh, the baker. It's like,
the
get out.
baker came over with us. He wanted to see what he was getting himself into.
Oh, boy, that'd be nice to him. Yeah, them, him, her.
It was funny because I went from room to room, and it's like, and this is going to be this color, or this is going to be this
She was
color.
already planning it
Yeah.
already.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I had it all planned out even before we came up.
Yep.
Because of the rooms, the
With the
different
furniture.
decades and
Yeah.
the different furniture, everything is true to possible that decade as possible.
So you purchased a courting, and that was it. You had your theme. You had that was
Correct.
it.
Our
What
theme,
is
that's
it
what.
about a bed and breakfast that made you want to do this so much?
we love to host people.
I love hosting and I love cooking.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I'm like, you're going to all this
You
work
meet
and everything.
so many
I like
different
it.
people and so many different. I mean, and
From different
lives.
countries
Yes.
too. We've had Puerto Rico and Australia,
England,
Scotland.
Scotland.
Scotland was at
Wow.
Christmas.
I mean, and it's just so fun to talk to people and what they do. I mean, it's great.
We never get anything else done. When people come and visit, we
That's
we come
the
out to
reason
the fire
why
pit and we
yeah.
share wine.
We
and we
nonstop clean this place all the way up until the day you arrive,
And then
we kind of relax with you.
yeah, then it's like, okay, now we're having a party.
And then as soon as we have a couple, or like we had a couple leave this morning, you guys were doing what you were doing. We literally went into that room, and within 40 minutes we had completely sanitized it, disinfected, changed it, turned the whole room, and we were done.
And then you're saying it's time for mimosas.
Correct. Well, I mean,
it's certainly time for a drink, that's for sure.
So everybody, if you like wine, this is the place.
Yes.
If you like good food, this is the place. If you like a really good night's sleep, this is the place.
And clean.
And clean.
Very
That's a very good thing. Dancing, moonbandb.com, right?
Correct.
And I've been typing Facebook again. I'm like, that's it. Okay. Thank you for putting up with us.
Yes,
That's what I keep saying.
It's our pleasure.
And it's been a true pleasure staying here, and it really has. And you never know. All I know is tomorrow night after the ghost hunt, we may have to redo this interview and we might find something really cool.
Extra guests.
We're going to do more. I know.
We could, and we'll make the milkshake.
Oh yeah, that's it. Milkshake.
Figures I'll be at work.
No, I'm kidding. I can't. You know how to cook beef.